let's bring DJ on here. DJ, first of all, good morning, happy Thanksgiving, and man, you're still wide open, man. If I had a ball, I'd throw it to you.
Good morning, man. It's definitely a blessing to be here on this show. Thanks for having me.
So let's go backwards before we go forwards. All right, you get the nod. You're going to play. Here come the Hokies. You did the Big Ten thing. Now you're doing the Pitt thing. 15 catches. Are you kidding me? In your life, have you ever caught 15 balls in a game before? I don't care if it's the neighborhood, junior pee-wee football, whatever. 15.
Yeah, that's definitely a first. I can't look back to any time in my football career where I caught 15 balls. It was definitely a surprise to me. But like I said, I'd take more if that's the case. That's fine with
me. I love it.
I like it. Just the world famous, just give me the ball. Hey, DJ, when the ball game starts, we find out that Jordan Addison's not going to play. Did you have an inkling, hey, wait a second, this might be my chance? I mean, did you think, okay, maybe I'll get one or two more? You certainly didn't think you'd get 15, right?
Yeah, definitely didn't think I would get 15, but I knew I would get more opportunities to play, and I wasn't sure exactly what that meant, but I knew that, I had to step up, and I feel like we all did.
DJ, when you're having a game like this, and Kenny Pickett's obviously glad to be back. I know you guys are glad to have him back, and he's out there tossing it, making plays. But you know you're having a great game, right? I mean, do you go in the huddle sometimes and say, hey, Kenny, dude, these guys can't cover me, man. You can throw it to me every single down. What transpires during a game when you know you're in the zone, Kenny's hooked up with you, and it's just happening? What takes place in the huddle?
I think it's kind of an understanding I think there was kind of an understanding between the both of us. I didn't really have to say much to him. It was just go out and execute, do my job, and that's pretty much all I had to do. And Kenny put the ball where it was supposed to be, and I just did what I could with every opportunity I got.
You know, it's interesting. The other time you had a 100-yard ball game was against NC State, and I was there doing the ball game with Roddy Jones, and I keep thinking to myself, okay, wait a second. Here's DJ Turner. They're thinking about Taysir Mack. They're thinking about Jordan Addison. And here's this guy who, unless you kind of know the story, you don't realize what kind of player you're dealing with. And that's kind of been the way this fall has gone for you. Can you talk to Mark and I about what kind of weird times this has been for you personally to find a way to continue your football path during a pandemic? Because it seemed like that, everything was going to go along. You were going to play this fall at the University of Maryland, right?
Right. It's definitely been a difficult time, but you kind of got to stay flexible and be able to move on a run. And then I think I've been doing a good job of that, and getting here was definitely a blessing. And blessing in disguise, like you said. I didn't know that I would be here at the beginning of this season. It just kind of happened, and I feel like being here is definitely kind of meant for me from everything that's been happening too. So I want to give a big thanks to everybody here who kind of welcomed me here, and Coach for giving me this opportunity.
DJ, take me through the timeline of the summer if you can, because I don't think fans realize, and Mark and I have talked about this a lot here in the last, 3 weeks to a month, about just how intense it's been for student athletes to get ready to play football, play any sport that's been staged here in the fall, and certainly basketball guys getting ready to attack it today. But you're at the University of Maryland, and it's July 15th. Go from July 15th, what was life like for you?
It was definitely stressful for everybody. It was so much uncertainty going on in the world of college football. Like, nobody knew kind of what the future had to bring. But at the same time, you kind of got to stay ready, just because, we all expected to play. We just didn't know how it all would play out. And then once the decision was made to kind of cancel the season, it was just like, all right, now what do I do? Because, I want to play, but at the same time, they still might not be playing in the ACC as well. But so it was kind of like a decision where I just had to make the decision and go with it, put my head down and grind it out, and just hope for the best. And, it ended up working out for me. But like you said, it definitely has been stressful. Like, it's just stressful enough to try to stay healthy out here with everything that's going on, let alone perform every Saturday and do your job every day in practice. So, it's definitely been hard for all college football players, and I'm sure the college basketball players who are starting today feel the same way.
Yep, you're 100% right about that. So, all right, so we put Virginia Tech rearview mirror, get a nice win, score a bunch of points, 15 catches, and ta-da, welcome to Death Valley. Here comes Clemson. So what do you see on tape this week with this crew?
I mean, they're a very good team, very disciplined team, and they got a lot of talent. But I feel like we also have a lot of talent, and I feel like we could kind of compete with anybody in the country if we're hitting on all cues and everybody's doing their job. So, I mean, we just get back to work this week. Like, we stop worrying about the VTech game on Sunday and trying to get a win this week down in Death Valley. And I'm excited to get down there with my guys and make some things happen.
DJ, when I look at you guys, and we ran some numbers on the show the other day with Kenny Pickett and without Kenny Pickett. And no, Joey and those guys did a good job. But let's be honest. There's something about Kenny Pickett, right? I mean, what is it about number 8 that just gives you guys that next energy level, I guess?
I feel like the biggest thing to me that stands out is just his leadership qualities. He's a great leader. And I've been around some great leaders on some great teams, but not necessarily at the quarterback position. I feel like him being such a good quarterback and such a great leader, it helps us as a team. I wouldn't want anybody else back there leading us through these games, and I can't wait to see how he plays Saturday.
All right, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about the sweatshirt. I keep bragging that Pitt's got the sweetest unis in the league. Whatever combination you go with, when you go with the traditional colors, you can't go wrong. So you come showing up this morning with this really cool sweatshirt. So of all the swag that you get as a player at Pitt, you tell me, what's the number one piece of article? It might be what you've got on right now for all I know, but what's the number one piece of article for you that you get as a member of the Pitt football team?
It's definitely this hoodie, 100%. This has been my favorite hoodie since I got it, and I try to stop myself from wearing it so much. And a lot of I'll go through the facility today, and a lot of people will have it on. So it's definitely this hoodie, and all the gray and all the great stuff we got from that week when we wore those uniforms is pretty cool too. So
this is like
DJ,
in a perfect world, like Thanksgiving meal, man. You're showing up in that hoodie and just loading up, right? I mean, it's every day you'd go with it. Is what you're telling me.
Yep. Yeah, if I can, I try to keep it as clean as possible so I can wear it as much as I could.
All right, but DJ, the jersey. I mean, your guys' regular look, and I see Pack. Here we go. I keep forgetting he played at Maryland, where it's like a wardrobe every time they went on the field at Maryland. So now all of a sudden you go to Pittsburgh and they got this classic clean look from a jersey standpoint, DJ. So have you got a favorite in terms of the gear you guys wear on game day? Is it just the blue and the yellow with the yellow helmets, or you like I like the classic road stuff, the yellow helmets, the white jerseys, and the yellow pants too.
I think my favorite is what we wore this past weekend, the yellow helmets with the blue on blue. I don't know, it's something that just stands out about that uniform. It's just different to me. But that's definitely my favorite.
All right, here's our traditional question. And I'm going to do a double dip here because the University of Maryland used to be a member of the Atlantic Coast Conference, and I know you got your degree, so it's going to be a two-part question. Number one, the hardest class you had at the University of Maryland and the hardest class you've had so far at Pitt.
So the hardest class I took at Maryland was definitely my first time taking a stat class. It was literally at the beginning of the summer, and it was every day at 8 a.m. and that was probably the toughest thing I ever had to do. One of the toughest things I ever had to do. And then right now at Pitt, I feel like the toughest class I'm taking, it's a race and gender class. Well, it's not too tough. It's probably the most interesting class, but it's also kind of challenging at the same time.
Well, very good. Well, first of all, congratulations on the degree. Congratulations on all the work that you and everybody have done just to stay healthy to play, because it has been a challenge. And again, I'm not sure if the common fan really understands the commitment level from everybody's standpoint, from administration to medical staff to coaches to players. You guys should be congratulated getting this far. And again, happy Thanksgiving and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.